suburban town lived a couple named Mark and Lisa. They had been married for nearly 10 years, building their lives around each other, sharing dreams and aspirations. Yet as the years passed, subtle changes crept into their relationship. Mark found himself feeling increasingly trapped in the routine of life, while Lisa, devoted to her career as a teacher and their 2 children, remained blissfully unaware of the growing distance between them. On a fateful night, Mark attended a local charity event where he met Sarah, his wife's best friend from college. Sarah was vivacious, charismatic, and offered him an escape from his stifling reality. What started as a harmless conversation quickly spiraled into secret meetings, each filled with excitement and forbidden thrill. Mark told himself it was just a phase, a way to reignite the spark of youth he felt fading. But as weeks turned into months, the undeniable truth weighed heavily on his conscience. Meanwhile, Lisa began to notice Mark's changing demeanor. The late nights at work, the unexplained phone calls, the way his gaze would drift past her when they sat together. These were signs she had learned to decipher. Unable to shake the feeling of suspicion, she decided to confront him. One evening, as she prepared their favorite dinner, she steeled herself for a difficult conversation, heart racing at the thought of revealing her fears. That night, Mark came home later than usual, and the tension in the air was palpable. "Mark, we need to talk," Lisa said, her voice firm yet trembling. He looked down, avoiding her gaze, and in that moment she knew. "Are you seeing someone?" she prodded gently, her heart sinking with every second that passed. Mark's face paled and the weight of guilt crashed over him. Instead of denying it, he felt compelled to confess, to own the choices that led him to this point. "I cheated on you, Lisa. I'm so sorry," he muttered, the words spilling forth like poison. Lisa stood frozen, the reality of his betrayal washing over her like a After the confession, they spent hours in silence. The love they once shared, now a fragile memory. Lisa was gutted. She had trusted Mark completely, never believing he would betray her in such a way. In the following days, the couple struggled to communicate, each exchange only deepening the chasm between them. Lisa's heart ached for the man she once loved, but the trust had shattered, and there seemed to be no way to piece it back together. Weeks passed, filled with arguments and tearful conversations. They tried marriage counseling, but the cracks in their relationship ran too deep. Ultimately, Lisa made the tough decision to file for divorce, feeling that it was the only way to reclaim her dignity and peace. On the day of the hearing, Mark sat in the courtroom, a sea of regret in his eyes. Lisa entered, her head held high, ready to embrace a new chapter in her life, one that did not include the man who had broken her heart. As they signed the divorce papers, it felt as if they were sealing the fate of a once beautiful love story, one that ended in heartache but also liberation. Together they walked out of the courthouse, no longer husband and wife, but forever connected by their children and the memories they shared. And as they parted ways, each took a step towards healing, hoping that in their new lives, they would find happiness once more. At a cozy cafe, the woman enjoyed a warm cup of coffee, immersing herself in a book, finding solace in her newfound independence. Meanwhile, the man jogged along the riverside path, earbuds in, feeling a sense of freedom as he embraced the rhythm of his rejuvenated life. As she stood on the sidewalk, lost in thought, the woman watched the children play in the nearby park and felt a rush of warmth at the thought of her own kids. Meanwhile, the man leaned against a lamppost, looking at a cherished photo of his family, allowing a smile to creep onto his face at the memories they once shared. In a serene yoga class, the woman found peace and focus among others, her expression reflecting a deep connection with herself and her journey ahead. On the other side of town, the man engaged in a community volunteer event, assisting children with reading, his smile shining bright as he discovered a renewed sense of purpose.